Howdy all, welcome to Lex Lives. I think it's time we play a little, oh yeah, a little 7 Days to Die. Alright, so, after the mess last episode, I wonder if I got any cloth. I went ahead and worked my way back to the city, made some gear, and I have searched one place. I searched yeah, no, I got nothing. Searched what's that place called? Right there. Working Stiff Tools, right, that's what it's called. Oh, good. Let's just jump right off and start with that. That'll be good. Oh, I one-shotted her. Nice. Uh, Unfortunately, I didn't think to bring... Oh man, another one. Wow. My club is powerful. You too? No. You know, every time I click on something like that, and I'm like, alright, I'll take that, because, you know, when you consume a pill, you usually say, I mean, common vernacular is, I'll take the pill. And so in my brain, I click on take, expecting to use it, but it never works out that way for some reason. Just die. Ah. Big guy got too close. There were like no zombies here when I was here earlier. It's a crazy amount of zombies. Suddenly just... Oh, it's a spider zombie. This is my first spider zombie right here. Oh, where'd you come from? Spider zombie's dead. As long as I can stay away from cop zombies. Oh, crap. Telephone isn't rung all day until I hit the record button. What the heck? That's not true. There was a call this morning at like 9:30 a.m. But there hasn't been one since. Okay. This guy's down. I want to make sure I check that spider zombie. Aw, cheap spider zombie. You know, it's okay if you guys don't come down here. It's perfectly fine if you don't decide to wander this direction. Just saying. Okay, I'm thinking I am gonna try... Because it's gonna be dark in here. So what if I... What if I were to bring my bike down here? And... I guess it's not really that dark in here. But what if I were to... try to maneuver it. It's had a little light in there. Ooh. That's 2 glue. I think that's what I need for a crossbow. Duct tape. Oh, yeah. Duct tape. Woo. I saw the trailer for the new Seriously, phone. Apparently 5:15 is the time to call. But I heard the trailer for the new DuckTales movie. Or saw. I guess I saw the trailer. Alright. Hurry up, wall safe. Ooh, iron boots. Nice. I don't have any of those yet. Just shut up, phone. Holy crap. Throw that thing away. Well, this kind of works for some light in here, right? What if I take down, take down a couple of these blocks so I can see what I'm doing since I don't have my helmet. It's kind of light in here, though, too, so... I like that. I like how the light is shining on the... Yeah, you know, it's really not that bright in here, now that I'm in here. Leather gloves. Nope, I had that one. Sawed-off shotgun. I'm not sure if I had that one or not. Apparently I did. Exploding crossbow bolts. I almost never use those. Trying to get some reading done. Just know you're supposed to be quiet while people are trying to read. Use. And I almost clicked on take again. Nope. 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 That's not a thing. Nope, on both of those. Okay. Around the corner. Nail gun schematic. I already had that, apparently. I have the nail gun schematic, but I don't have the entire suit of armor. I guess that makes sense, though. How common would... That dude sounded really squishy. Oh, and your head came off, dude. Came clean off there. But how common would suits of armor be? Alright, fine, you're thirsty. Jeez, oh Pete's. You're so needy. There, now give me a minute to finish exploring in the dark here and trying to find some recipes. I already have the chest piece. I need, like, the legs. And the boots. Yep, and then we just got these two on the end. No, no. 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 And then I think that's it, right? I am going to want to grab the leather out of here, though. I don't have any of that here. It's somewhere over here in the dark. Is there any way I could get some more light over on this side of the building? As the entire place collapses in on my head because I knock out all the supports for the building. Alright, let's hope that doesn't actually happen. Oh, so yeah. I was like, man, I haven't really watched anything. Oh, there is something I gotta tell you. I gotta tell you this story. Made me laugh. So we I usually talk about our D&D session. Uh, I don't know, all the time. Basically, I play so much D&D. It's eaten up most of my spare time. It feels like lately, and so I play with 3 different groups, which is weird because I didn't play at all before, and then I played with. Or one group asked if I'd play, and I was like, sure, that's something I always wanted to try. I mean, I played once a long time ago, but it was just me and my friends, and none of us had ever played before, so I don't really count that one so much. I mean, basically I should. It was the same as what we do now. Um, just an older, more complicated version. I played on AD&D, which was really complicated compared to the new version. But yeah, so this is basically the first time I ever played as a player. Before that, I was the DM, and I wanted to be a player, but you know, nobody else at DM, and so they asked me. I said sure, and then one of the guys from that wanted to try playing as a DM, and we only play every other week, so he offered to do it in the off weeks, and they opted for no for some reason, which didn't make any sense, but whatever. And so I feel like it was a loss of control, really was the issue. Because if someone else outside of the tight inner circle that controls our Thursday night D&D group were to DM, then, you know, that would possibly change things. And you know, I bet this works pretty good. It would do this. Can you just turn just a little bit so I can get light all the way across the front here? I feel like this should come through the open windows pretty good. And so Thursday night group is the guy who wanted to DM the Tuesday night group is the guy who wanted to DM the Thursday night group. Well, it kind of works. And so we're doing that Tuesday night. Oh yeah, I gotta check these just in case they have a recipe in them. Okay, now it's too dark back in here. I can't see anything. I don't see anything. There's something here, I think. Oh, SMG parts. Those are really terrible parts, though. Isn't there usually one up top here? I don't know. I can't see it. I really have got to find... Really got to find the parts for a new mining helmet, since my mining helmet went through the world. But so we're playing a module, they call it, which is a pre-built D&D campaign, meaning that there's a book that tells you a lot of information about what you're supposed to be doing. There's still going to be some things that happen that aren't in the book, but the book mostly gives you the places to go and what's going on in those places. And so he follows it pretty well. He follows parts of that pretty religiously. Depends on I don't know, a lot of different things, but so we came up on this town last week, and we'd been basically sent there. We've been looking for this place, and we were told the only guy we can find who knows where this place is at is in this town. And it's an ancient, well, it's not, I don't know if it's ancient, but it's a abandoned town, I guess. And so we get there, and we start start our way through the town, and oh, there's my iron gloves. And we start our way through the town, and we basically just start killing everything in the town. And because it's all monsters. It's zombies and giant spiders and so we eventually come upon this guy who lives there, the guy we were looking for. Ooh, ooh. Plane's gonna get me killed. Holy crap, there's so much stuff. It's all bad. Seriously though, where... Oh, doesn't it show up on the map? Do I not have that tagged? I think that's it right there, right? That's the tag. I am totally gonna go find out what that plane dropped. No, that's not it. Oh, does it not tag on the map? It did, it did. It's right there. Okay. Let's go find out what that plane dropped. There it is. I just was looking in the wrong direction. And so we go through and we talk to the guy, and he's like, well, there's a dragon in the town, and there's cultists who are worshiping the dragon, and we're like, okay. And he's like, we're like, so do you know where this place is at? And he's like, oh, yeah, that's just down the way here. But we'd learned that the guy we were looking for was actually no longer at that place. I forget where we learned that, but we did learn that from somebody. And so we asked him if he knew where the other place was at, and he's like, oh yeah, sure, I know where that's at. If you can chase the dragon off, and we're like, kill it? Or just make it move on? He's like, well, if you think you can kill it, but I don't think you can kill it. And I'm like, okay. And so we finished clearing out everything else in town and saved the dragon for last. And after we finish off the dragon, or the last of the cultist, basically it's time to quit for the night, and that leaves us with the dragon for the next week. And so we were after the session was over, I'm like, okay, so what's going to be our plan next week? Are we going to try and chase this thing off? Are we going to talk to it? Are we going to buy it off? Are we going to try and kill it? And the guy who's our DM goes, you guys can't kill that dragon. And I'm like, what do you mean we can't kill the dragon? He's like, no, it's a dragon. It's way too big for your group. It'll kill you. It's a dragon. I'm like, I don't know about that. I'm like, cause he said it was a young dragon. And antibiotics, AK-47 barrel, a flashlight, a beaker. Oh man, first aid kits. This was like awesome. A beaker. I've been looking for one of those for so long. I can make glue now. Yes, I can make glue. Let's get this stuff back to my base where it's safe. Not my main base, my temporary out of the way base here, so I can continue exploring the city. And so I'm like, well, I don't know about that. I'm like, I think we might be able to pull it off, as long as we don't get bad rolls and it doesn't get amazing rolls. And I'm like, and provided we can survive its initial attack. And he's like, I don't even know why you guys are thinking of trying this, because a dragon would just, tear you apart. And so, Where'd that chicken go? Did you see a chicken? I'm in desperate need of feathers. I don't have a knife on me anyways. These guys are too tough. I'm just gonna go on. I don't want to lose my stuff. So, we start up Tuesday night, and I'm like, so what's the plan then, guys? I'm like, are we gonna talk to this guy? Are we gonna try and chase it off? Are we gonna buy it off? Are we gonna kill it? And the one guy's like, I'm pretty sure we gotta try and kill it. I'm like, alright, that's what I want to do, but, you know, I'm willing to go with whatever the party wants to do. And the DM's like, you guys can't kill this dragon. I'm telling you now, it's way too powerful for you. I've beefed it up so you can't kill this dragon. And I'm like, and we're like, well, we'll see. And so I was talking with one of the other guys, and I'm like, alright, so you're a spellcaster, and I'm a spellcaster, albeit different kinds of spellcasters. And I'm like, I can do X amount of potential damage during my attacks if I can touch the dragon, and this amount of damage if we can do it while he's flying away. And he's like, alright. And he's like, okay, so if I do this, then this is probably the amount of damage I can throw out. I'm like, oh yeah, definitely do that. And he's a sorcerer, so he's like, then I can also twin another spell, because we play with variant rules so that we can cast multiple spells in a round if they're bonus action. And I'm like, oh yeah, that'll be awesome. And okay, so I need a football helmet, I think. I honestly feel like I need to take this flashlight back to my main base and the duct tape and everything, because I have the supplies there to actually do something with this gear. Yeah, I gotta take this stuff back to my main base. I got to. It's too important not to have at my main base. Plus, I've got those recipes for some new armor, and so I might as well take advantage of new armor on top of that. Let me mark the general area where my base is, so I know how to get there. So we get in there and we start approaching the. Now, I question my DM's choice of how to use the rules, and his inability to follow the rules when it comes to his character, because he also plays a character that he DMs, which can be done okay, and can be done really poorly, and he straddles that line. Like, for example, having read the actual campaign we're on, because I don't trust him, there are only like 2 places in the entire city that have things to search for and collect loot. And he had his character do the searching in both of those. It was the only time he had his character actually search for things. Oh no, I'm out of fuel. Well, that sucks. Actually, the part that sucks is there's a giant snowman. I can get fuel. I just need to get rid of this giant snowman. Hey! And I need a car. Why are there no cars on this road, pig? I need a car, pig. So anyways, we get to the place, and he has us roll stealth, and so most of the characters roll really poor stealth. He has me playing 2 characters because he feels we need 4. Oh, you're out of water again. And stamina. I still can't run very well, though, because of my poor broken leg here. So, I like that I'm overheating in the snow. And so, yeah, we get there, and he's like describing what we see, and we play on a tabletop simulator. And so we have like 3D maps. I don't know if this will have gas in it. Oh, it might. It might. Oh, it did. And so I move my thief, who scored well on stealth, scored a 20, and then he's like, well, the dragon, the dragon scored a 21, and I'm like, why was the dragon actively searching for me? And he's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, well, if the dragon's not looking at me, which it's not because it's in its tower, and it's not actively trying to hear me, then why would it be searching for my particular character? And so he's like, well, you guys made noise an hour ago, and so it's been actively searching for the source of that noise for an hour. It hasn't come out of the tower, but it's been actively searching. It's a dragon. Okay, fine, fine. It's got a passive perception of 17. I beat the 17. It shouldn't know. And I'm like, well, I wanted to... What were you trying to do? I'm like, well, I wanted to climb up the tower on the outside, which is why I asked if the outside was climbable. And so he doesn't want that. So instead he has a dragon come out to talk to us because he feels it would... he feels that... Nope. Dang it, I can't remember how to use my mini bike. This is what I want. Oh. Never mind, I put in all the gas I found. Might be enough to get me home. And so, I doubt it. So, it comes down, it talks to us, but it makes a mistake. And he doesn't realize his mistake. It landed next to us. We are in touch range. And so I'm letting the other guy do the talking, and he's like, you know, talking with the dragon and telling the dragon that we have a really fancy necklace we found, and then the dragon says, maybe I should just kill you and add that to my treasure hoard. And so the guy goes, I cast a spell. I'm like, oh, and then the DM's like, it flies away from you. I'm like, no. I was in touch range. I am casting my spell as well. It doesn't get to just fly away after we make a statement of what we want to do. It wasn't flying away before that. Stop trying to manipulate the events. He does it all the time. It drives me crazy. You'll say what you want to do, and then he will change the environment after you say what you want to do, so that what you want to do fails. I told the story, I think, already about trying to search for papers in an office, and he changed the number of drawers and of the desk I was searching um, after I asked what the desk looked like, and then had to decide which drawer I was going to open. And so when I chose based off the new drawers, then he told me that the drawer I wanted to lockpick the locked drawers, and he told me there were 2 drawers, and then he told me there were 3 drawers, and then when I picked the 3rd drawer, he told me the 3rd drawer wasn't locked, which totally defeats the purpose of me trying to lockpick the locked drawer, and then told me that the unlocked drawer, of course, had nothing useful in it. Yeah, so dragon tried to fly away, and then he decided that it was okay that we would hit it because it's gonna kill us. That was his plan, was to kill us with this dragon. He is not happy with how easily, and it's not even easy. We get damaged pretty badly most fights, most big fights, and but in his mind, because we haven't died, it's too easy. Although I don't see why we should have to die every fight to make it not easy. I'm happy as a DM. Oh, there's my base. I'm happy as a DM if I only knock a couple people unconscious during a big fight. And but no, he wants us to be dead. So this dragon that he has beefed up is going to kill us, he thinks. And instead, I got a spell attack. Oh, he goes, this is what he does. Because you rolled a... Or no, because you said you wanted to do this thing, I am going to allow you to... oh, you know what this means? I can... Oh no, I need calipers. Dang it. I don't need a tool and die. I need calipers. But I'm going to have it roll for initiative, and depending on what you got for initiative will determine what order it goes in. So if you can get higher than the dragon on the initiative roll, then you will be able to do your spell attacks against it. I'm like, okay, well that's just initiating combat. That's not letting us get our surprise attacks, which these clearly would have been. Which the 2 groups that I play for where I'm not the DM do not allow surprise attacks, basically, the way they play. You say, oh, I'm going to sneak up here, and then I'm going to fire an arrow at that guy. Okay, roll initiative. And then, I roll low, and then the bad guys get to go before what was intended to be a sneak attack because I didn't roll higher than them on the initiative. On an attack they didn't know was coming, but somehow goes into combat. Anyways, so yeah, after the initial attack by my cleric and the wizard and my rogue and his monk, the dragon rolled really bad on initiative, and so it went last. And so after it went last, it flew up in the air and breathed poison on us. And I saved on the 2 characters I use and the 8 forged iron. And the guy playing the sorcerer saved, but the DM and his monk did not save. And so he went down. I didn't want hunting knife. I wanted forged iron. Actually, I need a lot of forged iron, to be honest, because I want to make more armor. I can make more iron. I can make the boots now and the gloves now. I just can't make legs yet. And that is stuff I want. And I'm pretty sure I need the calipers, right, to do the steel arrowhead. Take calipers, right. Yes, still looking for those. So cleric got off a touch blast, which hit the dragon pretty hard. Now it's a young dragon, and it had 140 hit points, which is more than the book said to use. But he felt that we were having too easy of a time on things. Even though we come out of every fight with like 2 or 3 of us with only a couple of hit points left, In fact, my cleric is a half orc, which gets a special ability, and I usually wind up using that at least once a session, which stops them from being knocked out, which is the one step from being dead in that game. And so yeah, cleric gets touch spell off. The sorcerer gets a couple of spells. The rogue gets 2 attacks against it. The monk gets 2 attacks against it. Although later I reread the rules and he was once again not following the rules for his character. Mr. We can't do that because it doesn't follow the rules, and I'm going to follow the rules when it comes to your character, but not mine. So then a dragon flies up, breathes poison. His guy goes down. Well, my cleric doesn't need to touch. It's just that his most powerful spell is a touch spell. And so I use my second most powerful spell, which is got a huge range because the dragon tried to fly away because we did enough damage to it the first round to take half its life out. I don't know why he didn't think that was going to happen. But apparently he didn't pay attention to how powerful our characters are, and they're not super powerful. They're at the appropriate level. They do the appropriate amount of damage. He just thought that the dragon was going to take us a long time to defeat. This has gone way over, but I got to finish the story. Needless to say, the dragon does not get a second attack against us, and it dies. And so he's not happy because we killed the dragon, because he thought the dragon was going to kill us. And I'm not sure why he's trying to kill us off, but that is what he told us. And he intended for us to end with that last night and just be dead and not be able to go on in the story. And instead we killed his dragon in 2 rounds. And so when we got to the next place, he wasn't prepared, he said. And so he ended the night after 1 hour of play. And we normally play for 3 to 4. Yep. He ended us early because we killed the dragon that he wanted to kill us with. Yep, it was funny. Well, with that, I'm going to call it a day. So click like if you like, subscribe, share, and catch the next one, and I will talk to you later.